the lab late one night, when my eyes beheld an eerie sight, for my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrode.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
They did the mash.
It caught on.
Grab yourself a bump pan from the thrift store. I've had this one in my stash forever and it screamed fall. I'm gonna hot glue some floral foam right down in the middle, and then I'm gonna grab a lid that I got from a Dollar Tree jar. I'm gonna paint that with orange and a brown to give it a rusted out look. Next, I'm gonna take that lid and I'm gonna hot glue it to the middle of our bump pan. You'll see why at the end. All right, now you're gonna grab your florals. These are a bunch of Dollar Tree florals, and I can tell you this, the more variety in the florals you have when doing an arrangement, the higher end it's going to look. So I usually start out with my biggest flowers first. So you can see the red and the yellows are gonna be like my pop of color, my big focal point, and then I'm gonna build off of that. Now right here I'm showing you, we don't want holes. We don't want anybody seeing that floral foam. So grab your fillers, stick those in, and then you're gonna be done with this. Put an LED candle right in the middle where we glued that lid, and look at how beautiful this centerpiece is.
Would you like to be able to sell your DIYs in a booth, at craft shows, or on Marketplace? This cute little fall candle holder is one of my best sellers and easily adaptable for other seasons. I started off with a terracotta pot and saucer that I painted with tan and brown paint. I sketched in a simple face with a pencil to get my dimensions, then filled in the eyes and mouth with a permanent marker. Painted the nose orange and used some white paint to give some expression to the eyes. Now glue the saucer to the bottom of the pot. Add a candle, some florals, and pine cones, and you have an adorable piece that you can easily sell. If you would like to see more DIYs that sell well for us, click on the link in our bio and visit our channel, Crafting Cousins. Let's craft, y'all!
Grab a foam pumpkin from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to cut a hole in the top. I also picked up these pearl stickers, and I'm going to cut them into strips and hot glue them along the ridges. They are adhesive, but the glue definitely gives it a little bit better bond. Once those were glued down, I painted my pumpkin white and then used some gray and gold to give it a more rustic finish. Finally, just grab some of your favorite fall florals and stick them right in the top. I also hot glued mine to keep them in place. And that's it. Total cost under $5. More Halloween projects coming, so like and follow for more.
One of the best Mod Podge tricks. Let it dry after application. Then apply paper and iron it on. The heat reactivates the Mod Podge. No dealing with wet paper.
I'm so obsessed with these glitter wine glasses, I had to make a pumpkin one. I made a few manual adjustments to make the design fit on the rounded glass. I painted on a layer of dishwasher safe Mod Podge and then covered it in glitter from the Dollar Tree. I let it dry for an hour and then repeated the process of Mod Podge and glitter. After that dried, I did one more layer of Mod Podge and peeled off the electrical tape while it was still wet. I did a quick cure in the oven, and I love how it turned out.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy
For this Dollar Tree DIY, grab one of their clear glass plates. I definitely grabbed this from my kitchen cabinet and so got caught by my husband when he was watching this video next to me. You're going to apply a good amount of Mod Podge on. You're going to lay your fabric, make sure right side is facing down. You're going to cut around this. Then we're going to take the scissors, and if you can see, I'm kind of cutting at a slant, like downward angle. That way I get all of the fabric off of there and it doesn't look all frayed and nasty. Then you're going to apply another thing of Mod Podge. Make sure to get your finger and rub around the edges of the plate too if you had any fraying, so it looks nice and neat. I'm going to grab a Cricut design. I'm going to stick that on, put it on a plate riser, and this is absolutely beautiful. If you are somebody that has a booth space or does a lot of craft fairs, this is going to be a great profit for you, and the options are endless for seasonal decor.
Hey guys, I'm Mandy and I make home decor and DIY crafts that cost as little to no money as possible. In the month of September, I'm posting a craft a day to help get decorated for fall. So if you want to see everything that we're doing this month, make sure that you hit the plus sign to follow along. Today, I'm making a tassel garland using some yarn from the Dollar Tree. This is a green. I also grabbed a yellow and a burnt orange. To make a tassel, start by wrapping the yarn around something like your hands or a piece of cardboard. Then go ahead and take a separate piece of yarn to tie it up at the top and cut the bottoms off so that it's not a continuous loop. Then I strung through some extra yarn across the top to tie it onto the garland. I counted about every 8 beads and then I tied on one of the tassels in a specific pattern. I'm gonna warn you, this next part is extra and you definitely don't have to do it. But if you're trying to make it look less like something that you made at home and more like something that you bought, I recommend brushing it out. I used a dog brush and then I used my good old straightener to straighten the ends down. Yes, this is kind of weird, but I promise you it did make a difference in making it look a little bit more elevated. Here's how it turned out. It cost me about $5 to make these 2 garlands. Plus, I snipped off some extra beads off of the end and made myself some extra tassels so that I would have a little bonus garland when I tied it onto some twine that was still cohesive with the things that I already made. So follow along in the month of September to see what else I'm gonna make.
Sometimes when your kid wants to do an art project, it can feel like a lot. So we're doing this one 3 ways. For when you're prepared for art and not so much. Piece of paper and a white crayon. You have to press hard. Clearly I did. Draw a spider web. Or give your kid the crayon, just let them do it. Watercolor paints. Sharpie. This one doesn't take any prep, but you need glue and salt. Take your spider web with the glue. Cover the glue in salt. Touch your paint to the salt.
Day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor.
Black paper and Google Eyes.
Could you be mine?
For this one, you planned ahead. Mix black acrylic paint into regular school glue and make a spider web. Then it's gotta dry. Magic.
Would you be mine?
Watercolor on top.
Could you be mine?
Pipe cleaners, Google Eyes, and pom-poms. I have a video with details on how to do this.
I've always wanted to live in
To a little kid, this is as much a project as this. Pick the one that's gonna be fun for you too.